not expecting, you know, PGC champions right here in ranking decision.
Well, under 20.
Last two games are going to bring. We're going to be moving into match number 5 for Group C and D here at Ranked Decision. Back over to Xenox and Paperthin.
Yeah, and we're probably back to seeing Sonics lose Picardo. It'll be 5-0, and we've just saved you all about 3-4 minutes. Now, of course, welcome back. Match 5. We've got 2 more games to go of Group C and D here for PGC 2021, presented by Alienware and Toomey. But all jokes aside, Paper, there is some seriousness to what I was saying.
Yeah, it's not going good. That's the understatement of the tournament so far, I suppose. I mean, but you know, the Virtus Pro, as the desk was alluding to, did not start so hot themselves, but were able to find their form on the last couple games. So maybe Sonics can right the ship here. They can find a win in this battle for the center drop locations for Picardo in this instance, and then move on and have a good last couple games potentially. We'll see. It looks like the fight will continue for Picardo. Curious to see what it's gonna look like this time. Sonics does prefer the Luchador Arena, but this time we have players dropping on the roof. Shrimsy didn't get a gun.
Oh no. Fortunately, it takes a little bit of time. Oh, what a save from Huynh with the VSS. Gets the knock. And maybe Sonics can find their first win against 17 Gaming.
Oh, it's just, he's a man after my own heart, getting the VSS kill. Love that gun. Love that maneuver.
Mime basically on the roof. Then you've got Shrimsy and Huynh running around together. Of course, as I mentioned before, Tickleton over towards the arena. Talk about a drop down. Talk about a shot from Mime. Show is taken out. It's looking like here, at least on Picardo, it's about to be 1-1. 4-1 overall. A much-needed victory in Picardo to keep their chances of taking those kind of cities like Pachinki, like Picardo, into the latter weeks.
Ooh, TSM has found Baunam, and they are dropping like flies. That's 3 already for TSM here. Only 1 left here for BN United, and those 3 are all going to get flushed. It's just Zest. Don't really see any teams in that direction.
That's been probably the biggest shortcoming for Para so far, is losing players on rotation. Speaking of that, Gorn gets taken down by Lash. Fortunately, there's the trade that does come through. GNL actually doing very well. Americano has been a player to note as of today, at least has been very good. Mad Clan, unfortunately, now quite separated here. They're going to lose Dava. Obviously got Lash taken down. So despite the start of the day for Mad Clan, they have kind of just slowed down a little bit as these matches have gone on.
Yeah, definitely these wide spreads that they like to do in the early game can be punished, and GNL has no fear. In a way, GNL's playing on borrowed money. Close quarter combat situations today, Xenox.
Rallo takes the brunt of that nade, but then able to get the returning fire onto Zest. Deals with the solo player from Baunam United. Oath continue to just rack up the kills. Now they get disgusting as well. Snake is up close, loses his life though, at least temporarily. He will be down, but he should be able to get back up after the rest of Oath dealt with game home. Unfortunately for them, that little maneuver has cost them their life dearly.
And Sonics, in the meantime, took advantage of that solo player, wiped Rello out. So for Na'Vi here, they're also reading their kill feed, trying to take advantage of it. Ooh, TSM loses Luke in the drive, and everybody is so weak. 1 grenade will wipe this squad out. Shots are good as well. Tank's gonna find 2 here. Just Penta left behind the Bronco.
Not the kind of position you really want to find yourselves in. It's just such flat landscape there. Easy pickings for MCG. TSM out in 13th, nothing really to show here of match 5 for them. They've been good elsewhere though, hence their decent position on the total leaderboard at the moment. So it's not a big deal for TSM, just the one mishap here. Shrimsy, nice knock onto Alia. They can now push onto this little fight, onto Na'Vi, onto Oath, onto this position, and if Sonics can come out ahead, they'll have the south side of the circle.
The Sonics are really testing their mettle right now. GNL is going to take an attempt at MCG as well. Not going so hot, just like it did for TSM. This might be another kill for MCG. Another point in the bag is Heaven doing everything he can to try to avoid fire dancing, but he is so weak, he is so low, he is going to go down. And it is actually going to be Shinboy from Dignitas that cleans him up.
7 kills now for Sonics. Of course, they had the original 4 inside of Picardo, so 3 since then. Savior with the double onto 2-tap, and Ian and MadClan go out in 11th. Again, MadClan involved heavily in this lobby, but not to be towards the back end of this particular match. Sonics and Oath toe-to-toe here. Obviously, with the smokes, kind of gives away Oath's position. It is going to be very difficult to seeing them get past Sonics here. Tiggleton opens up with the elimination of the Balfrost. Quizzy, though, from behind for Na'Vi, actually catches Mime. Gets the headshot. He's still the solo for Na'Vi. Very low in health. Won't take that much more. Does eventually fall by the wayside. Sonics now, of course, need to heal up. Mime is down. Needs to get revived. Tiggleton, of course, can get that first aid kit off. Shrimsy needs to heal. The nade from Snakers, is it close? It's great. It's perfect, in fact. It gets all 3 members of Sonics. The solo for Oath from inside of the smoke from a disadvantaged position punishes Sonics.
Oh, here comes Tank with the long-range grenade. He knows somebody's in the corner. Perfectly placed right on top of Huynh, and the Sonics go down, and that all starts with Quizzy. Sonics lose a little bit of grasp of their situation. They forget about a player, or maybe they didn't realize there was another player behind them, and that spells their doom. Snakers get taken down as well by MCG.
To take care of, so for MCG, very precarious position here. It won't take much, Paper. A couple of nades, and that position is just going to fall to pieces.
Absolutely. There's outside of a couple of these compounds, these godlike compounds on the ridge line out here by the road. Oh, what a grenade there from Diggory. Finds 2 members of MCG. Exactly what you're just talking about, Xenox. You are so exposed in these like scratches in the ground. And there's a few of them on the outside of these compounds that KPI and Pero have, but they're just so risky. And at some point, you have no choice. MCG was in that situation. MCG did what they could to find kills where they could. They get 1 res, but Squeaky's turn to go for the grenade. That one a little bit left, but it might be good enough to find some damage on the Tank. Nope, he's going to sidestep it for now. Res trying to come through. That one's good. Right on the money for Squeaky.
Wow, Ling 2 on alive. How? 1 HP. Alive? How? I don't even understand. Got the revive off onto Evil Lee. So many grenades have now been thrown on this location of MCG, but they just won't fall down, Paper. They continue to stand and they continue to fight.
It's a little bit of luck for sure, but those smokes getting a lot of value. E36 might just try to dive this position on the outside of this hill line here. ENCE trying to put some fire down into them, but Pure Boy's got up close and personal with MCG, peeking around the side of this destroyed vehicle, seeing if he can catch them. Oh, he peeks out too much, trying to go for that molly, and Evil Lee just punishes him.
MCG have just been cool, calm, and collected under all of this bombardment of nades, and now even E36 pushing onto their position. How do they still have 2 players up? Evil Lee, Ling Du, just dodging nades and dodging bullets left, right, and center in this very open area. It's Ling Du with the Death Wish nade onto Star-Lord. Indigo's taken down. Enterforce will exit the game.
This is an impressive performance from MCG. It's ENCE's turn to make a move. Circle has shifted ever so slightly north, so they have to get in their vehicles, make a go of it themselves. And now MCG, they get an opportunity. A little bit of payback, a little bit of damage done. Rustinmar takes a headshot, so that's going to stop them up short of anything further. So, again, small hill lines to use here, but not much, as is the case on certain parts of Miramar.
6 teams remaining at the 24-minute mark here for match 5. One more match to play out after this. Aches left, just spots a little sneaky sparking down below, takes that kill. Pero, of course, have been struggling so far today, but at least they've got 4 players alive. They've got a couple of kills. This could be their game, Paper, with the compound that they have as well here, still for Phase 6. This is the opportunity, I think, for Pero to find a win.
I definitely agree. I think they made a great rotation early in an open part of the circle to find this territory in the north, lock down one of these fantastic compounds. Oh, that grenade, ever so short. Just not able to get into MCG. They continue to avert disaster. When, if, will the luck run out for them? It's the big question for me right now. KPI, this is a decent little spot for now. They're going to have to put their firing lines down onto MCG, and MCG's turn to return a little bit of the damage, but nothing really doing there for Evil Lee. Pero here, yeah, this is the prime position. This should be Pero's game if they can manage this successfully.
Yep. Really don't want to be counting out teams too early, though. Of course, we are still technically in Phase 6, 24 seconds until Phase number 7. You've got ENCE with 4 players alive. KPI's got 4 players alive as well. Don't really want to be counting anyone out, but Savior, literally, with KPI in his sights, in that scope. The nade, the shots now from Savior, as we saw before, had that lined up before on DraftKings. Finds the knock. Tixu's knocked down as well. GEX doing a decent job as that duo and basically making life easier for Pero in the late game.
They found a great little piece of terrain here to work off of on the side of the hill. Now, Pero's starting to flank out. They hear the shots, they see the kill feed. They want to see if they can get into the backside of GEX, clear out the side of this hill, and that gives them even more coverage and territory to work with to really gain control of wherever this Phase 8 goes. I like the active map movement here from Pero, and it is going to be Tixu able to get the heal off before he gets taken down. No more grenades being flung just yet. GEX has to turn their attention. Pero is on the march.
Yeah, Pero's already got their attention onto GEX, straight onto their position, out of that compound, which is no longer inside of the circle, of course, moving forward to Phase 7. Playing from down below, though, but it is a 4 versus 2. Pero have the numbers. They got the advantage. They got the utility as well. They catch Savior with the flank. That will do it. Pretty much over before it even began. GEX are out. 4 teams remain. ENCE, Pero, KPI, and MCG.
And now Pero controls the center of the circle in a way. Even though the center of the circle isn't on them, it's right in front of them, and they have the best cover to work with. So the rest of these teams are going to have to find some way to break through. It's going to be rather tough. You're going to need vehicles. ENCE's vehicles are in rough shape. Maybe this last Bronco could give them the ability to make a maneuver if they can keep it alive, and somehow MCG just kicking. They just will not go down. A headshot into Ling Du, though. That helmet is gone.
You can see the percentages, of course, up on top of the screen. 40% for Pero. I probably agree with that. Maybe even slightly higher, to be completely honest. Depends on what happens down towards the south, though, and even towards the southeast with KPI. They're still a factor, even with 3 players. Would not be counting them out at all. No kills yet, though, for KPI. They need to find a way to get some kills, to really capitalize on making it to the top 4, which is something I've wanted from them for the last couple of games. They've finally been able to achieve it. Their mid-game's been pretty decent, but getting to the late game, something they haven't necessarily been able to do. Finally able to crack that, find some kills, get involved, try and make it difficult for either ENCE or Pero. Pero have just lined up perfectly, though. You can see in the minimap, find a few knocks, make that chaos happen late game. That's the best chance probably for ENCE as the 4-man here. They're still just huddled around their burning and broken down vehicles as PETRICHOR Road trying to deal with KPI. Just feels like, Paper, it's a matter of time.
Yeah, they have grenades left, and once they suss out the spot of KPI, they're going to find connections. Emmy going to go down to Mills' grenade. The follow-up with the molly, and the grenade is perfect from Aches left. KPI wiped off the map.
Makes it a 4 versus 4. ENCE and Pero now to do battle. ENCE, though, such open territory. So difficult from this position. PETRICHOR Road healing up after that quick little battle with KPI. Mamu actually pushes close, but it's Squeaky with the initial engagement knock onto Mill. Makes it a temporary 4 versus 3. Mamu, though, at least now makes it a 3 versus 3. It's even territory once again. ENCE, though, they are the ones being aggressed in this position. They are on the defense here.
Yeah, it's going to take some cover of Mamu. He is going to be able to clean that kill up. Mill's going to go down as well. So a 1-for-1 here. A lot of kills in the bag for PETRICHOR Road. But Squeaky trying to get the flank. Aches left. If he can hold that down, if Squeaky comes over, it's going to be huge for Pero.
Squeaky holding from behind, up front, Rust. Immediately knocked down, though, makes it also difficult for ENCE. 12 kills for Pero. Diggory gone as well. Squeaky got one onto Mings. Now he finds a second onto Mamu. I think it's a 1 versus 1. Aches left, though, is right in the situation. 14 kills for PETRICHOR Road. Welcome to PGC.
And that's precisely what I'm talking about. The things that have made PETRICHOR Road take the next step here as a PUBG team. It's the rest of the team showing up. Mamu able to get behind Mill. Mill's a great frontliner. He's always going to be the tip of the spear for PETRICHOR Road. Right behind him was Mamu to get some big knocks, open up some space, and then leave it in the hands of Aches left, one of the 4 gods in China, to get it done.
Yeah. Brilliant effort as well from ENCE to make that top 3 situation, and 2 as well for KPI, but Pero too strong in the end. They had the position, they had the numbers, they had the skill. They're a very solid team, and